Okay, so this is Inktober day 8. Right now we have a quick sketch of some sneakers that I had, and we're gonna ink it. I'm actually gonna do something different, and instead of inking with Micron, I'm gonna try using the Pentel Energel pen. It's really dark. It has a really black ink and has a gloss shine. Let me see if I can show you, even just by writing over the 10/8/19, you can really tell it has some good blackness to it. It's really dark, which is nice. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it dries and it doesn't smudge when I erase it, but this is a quick sketch and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so here is the inked sneakers. It's kind of a wash. I mean, I kind of already knew that ever since I started. It wasn't gonna be one for detail. It's mostly just gonna be to try out this pen. And it's a little scratchy, just a little bit, but it does have some really beautiful blacks. I don't know, because sometimes, like for example, if I run it, right, I don't know if you can tell by the line, but if you zoom in just enough, you'll see that there's a little bit of like gaps. You can see a little bit where the ink doesn't touch the paper, so you'll see that in the lines. Besides that though, it's a pretty good pen. I like this pen. I use it a lot for writing. I would say it's better for writing than it is for drawing, so that makes sense. But hey, sometimes if you ever have like just black inks or black pens lying around, just use them. I normally love, like for example, if I'm sketching in my book, I actually like to start off sketches with a ballpoint pen instead of a pencil, just because, like for example, if I were to sketch something real quick, I would start off with ballpoint and that would be my pencil, and I would do something like that and then do the hair or something, you know. But I like having, that's actually kind of dope. Imagine if you had someone who had hair like that, like, and then I would ink over my final line with pen, if that makes any sense at all. Like if you go through my sketchbooks, that would be the gist of it. Like that's what it would look like. And sometimes if you just go like hard enough, or if you put enough emphasis, it'll stand out. Like this is really super black and I love it. But yeah, it's pretty much a good pen. I don't know if I should even bother erasing. I'll erase it just in case, but this is what we got so far. I might even try hairstyles. I really like drawing hairstyles, so I could do that for day 9. That'd be really interesting to see different hairstyles. I did also say I wanted to get some highlighter heads rolling around, so you see, that's how I would draw in my sketchbook, and I would have this be the final thing. And you can tell, especially since it's a lot bolder line, you can tell that this was the one that was meant to be because of the lines and everything. So imagine if that was like the eyeline and just crying. There you go. Just a quick doodle right there. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this guy should be my Inktober instead of the sneakers, because I don't really like my sneakers. You can tell I stopped investing in it and I started doing other things and just doodling him. But yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, that's how easy it is. I really like this pen. This pen is gorgeous. And then we have the hair. Especially like, what if you had like a cow looking guy, you know, like a guy who had like black and white hair, kind of like a cow. But he doesn't say moo or anything like that. He just, I don't know. He just has speckled hair. Like the hair is white, with black tips. So imagine all of this being like white instead of all the ballpoint, and then he'll have the very thick tips around it, kind of like the opposite of Hiei's hair. He had black hair and the highlights were so bold white. But yeah, this would be cool. And that's his hair. This is really cool. I like this. This will be the Inktober cover. Then you can have the sneakers if you'd like. But I already found my Inktober sketch. Free art, freeform drawing. It's cool to see what happens when you just put a pencil. I didn't know I was gonna draw this guy. It just kind of happened, and I like this way better. And you just keep going, adding more. And that's the thing, right? So like, for example, this is kind of different. I'm just gonna, when you have a pen, or at least when I'm drawing in pen, I just kind of keep going over it. This is the fun when you have pen. You just kind of keep going over it until what you want appears. And that's another thing too that I realized, like sometimes my eyes, when you have so many lines, my eyes normally pick the best line anyways. So yeah, there you go. I really like this more and more. I think I'll add a little bit more. But then how are you gonna tell which one's his ears? I think you can tell which one's his ears because of the fact that it's still attached to his head, whereas these aren't. Then you kind of wonder if this is an ear or not. Well, it's not, but if you think it is, then that works too. Started off as a boy. I don't know. Kind of look like chicken finger hairs. I don't, or it's like chicken nugget. Chicken nugget hair. Yep. I don't know. We'll see. But this is the Inktober for today. That's another thing I do. If I'm sketching a lot of things in my sketchbook, I just put a box around the one that I like. And this is the one I like versus this. But I'm glad you came along the journey. We would have never had this if we didn't start with this. So that's another reason why. It's just good to draw, because even if you don't like what you draw, you made like something else. Another thing about this pen, it smudges. So leave ample time to dry. As you can see, the ink got all over my pinky. So leave this with ample time to dry. To dry. Yeah, leave it with ample time to dry before doing other stuff, because it can get pretty liquidy.